Welcome back, my shadowy friends. It's the Geriatric Goth here, guiding you through another round of haunted cinema for our countdown to Halloween. We're entering the third 10 days of October, that eerie stretch where the nights feel colder, longer, and the movies are stranger. So tonight, I've got 10 more films here, these films span the silent era to neon-drenched 1980s, perfect for curling up in the candlelight. Let's dive right in before something in the dark gets impatient. We start with a true cornerstone of horror, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. This German expressionist masterpiece is often called the first horror film, and for good reason. Its twisted sets, painted shadows, and mad carnival energy make it feel like a nightmare captured on film. It's a story of hypnotism, murder, and madness, all wrapped up in a question of what's real and what's delusion. If you've never seen it, this is your gateway into the dreamlike origins of cinematic horror. Universal followed up Dracula with one of its most intriguing sequels, Dracula's Daughter. Gloria Holden plays Countess Zaleska, a vampire torn between her thirst for blood and her desire for freedom from her curse. It's stylish, moody, and quietly tragic, and one of the first horror films to explore vampirism as a metaphor for forbidden desire. You can feel the loneliness in every frame, as though she's haunted not just by Dracula, but by herself. Before Lon Chaney Jr. donned the fur in The Wolf Man, there was Werewolf of London. Henry Paul plays a botanist bitten by a strange creature while on an expedition, only to bring the curse home with him. This one mixes science fiction and horror, and Hall's more human, tragic take on lycanthropy still holds up beautifully. Plus, the makeup design, subtler and more sinister than you might expect, foreshadows the Universal monster legends to come. By the mid-1940s, Universal's Mummy films had become a series of moody, low-budget gems. In The Mummy's Ghost, Lon Chaney Jr. shuffles through another tragic resurrection, hunting for the reincarnation of his ancient love. It's pulp, yes, but it's beautiful pulp, full of fog, pathos, and the uniquely 1940s melancholy that makes these old monster movies feel oddly poetic. House of Frankenstein is the monster rally we'd all been waiting for. Dracula, the Wolfman, the monster, and even a mad scientist thrown in for good measure. It's pure horror chaos, stitched together with charm and cobwebs. This is where Universal really leaned into the fun of the monster mash, and it remains one of the most entertaining crossovers of its kind. The third and final Creature from the Black Lagoon film, The Creature Walks Among Us, is a strange, melancholy farewell. Here the Gill Man is captured, experimented upon, and transformed into something more human, but also more tragic. It's less a monster movie and more a meditation on humanity's cruelty and the loss of innocence. A surprisingly thoughtful end to one of Universal's last great monsters. From Universal's Gothic past to Hammer's Crimson Revival, The Brides of Dracula is an absolute feast for the eyes. Peter Cushing returns as Van Helsing, this time facing a vampire disciple of Dracula himself. The film is gorgeous, eerie, and filled with supernatural energy, proving that Hammer did not need Dracula in the flesh to make a stunning vampire tale. Then came Night of the Living Dead, the film that reinvented horror. George Romero's claustrophobic, low-budget masterpiece defined the modern zombie. It's more than a monster movie. It's a grim reflection on human fear, social collapse, and the breakdown of trust. Even today, it feels raw and uncomfortably real. This is a kind of movie that doesn't just scare you, it stays with you. Now for something wickedly fun. Vamp from 1986. Part horror, part neon comedy, part nightmarish fever dream. This cult favorite stars Grace Jones as one of the most unforgettable vampires of the 80s. It's stylish, strange, and dripping with that late night video store energy we horror fans love. And finally, American Werewolf in London. A classic that is both funny and disturbing. It's by turns extremely violent and extremely gross. It's funny, then just the ghosts of, especially the ghost of Jack's friend, is really a disturbing character. It's a nightmarish film that never gets old. And that wraps our third round of October horrors. From silent shadows to style-drenched nightmares, there's something here for every kind of ghoul. If you'd enjoyed tonight's journey through monster history, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the final chapter of our October series, Halloween Night. Leave a comment below and tell me which of these you're watching, or what should have made this list that didn't, and what should be on Halloween's list. Leave a comment below and tell me which of these you're watching, or what should have made this list that didn't, and what should be on Halloween's list. Don't forget to visit the Geriatric Goth's merchandise crypt for everything from coffee mugs to t-shirts to hats. Things you need to keep your horror heart beating. Until next time, this is the Geriatric Goth reminding you to stay spooky, my friends.